guys, it's Heidi. Welcome back to my channel. And yeah, excuse the no makeup and wet hair and what have you. Yeah, I've just had a bath. And then I realized when I was in the bath, I thought I haven't done a video for today. Anyway, so I decided, what am I going to talk about? So I decided to tell you about my first marriage. Not the marriage itself, because that was rather boring. But the wedding. Yeah. Things leading up to the wedding and then the wedding itself. Oh dear. Anyway, okay, I was 20. My husband at the time, well, fiance at the time, was 27. Yeah, I think he was 27. Anyway, so yeah, we finally decided we've been engaged for since I was 18, and then when I was 20, we got married. Now, yeah, I was 18, nearly 19 when I got, yeah, I was almost 19 when I got engaged to my first husband. And yeah, we stayed engaged, and in the process I left him, I think, twice, and then I still went back and married him. Love is completely blind and stupid. Anyway, but not for everybody. Just in my case, it was. So we're living in Standerton at the time, and my mom and my dad had decided that before they leave Standerton, because they got a transfer to Durban, before they leave Standerton, I either need to go with him or I need to be married to this guy. So, yeah, anyway, so Mom and myself, I wonder if she was with us. Yeah, I think she was. Donnie, myself, and my mother. We walked the whole of Standerton, going from church to church to church, to see if we could find a minister, a pastor, a dominee, a priest, anybody that would marry us. Because we didn't go to church. I suppose it would have helped if we went, but yeah, no, we didn't go to church. And yeah, finally, and we just couldn't find anybody that was prepared to marry us. You know, there was just, anyway. And then I think, I can't even remember what church we got married in. I think it was a Methodist, I don't know. Methodist or Baptist, I don't know. But in any case, the guy just, he agreed to marry us. So I said, well, fine, doesn't matter. But he could only marry us at 6 o'clock, whatever evening it was. Anyway, my mom had organized a wedding dress for me from the neighbor. Yeah, and at the back, all the way down the back, there was these tiny, tiny little pearl buttons with little loops on them. It was a pretty dress, I must admit. It was a really pretty dress. And I unfortunately don't have a wedding photograph of it. My mom had made me my tiara, the thing that goes on the head. That was made out of a beer box, cut in the shape of the Pope's hat, and she'd put silk material on it, and she'd hand sewn all these beads on it. Anyway, Yeah, so that was a beer box covered in silk material and beads. My train, which part of the wedding dress. It was a loose piece that was attached to the dress with Velcro. So you put the dress on, and then this piece comes from behind, and then it's attached with Velcro on the side. It was also pretty. You know, there was nothing wrong with the wedding dress. The wedding dress was pretty. I don't remember what shoes I had on. Anyway, so yeah, come 6 o'clock we go. Now the only people at the church is the minister, his wife, my dad, my mom, myself, my fiance, and my sister. My brother wasn't there. I don't think he was there. Anyway, so the wedding's underway, and my sister had lost my rings. Anyway, here my mom is trying to get her wedding ring off just so that we could get married. Anyway, so eventually she asked my sister, which ring did you lose? And it was engagement rings, which, I don't know, for some reason they told me to take all my rings off. Anyway, so the wedding ring was still there, so mom said it's fine. The wedding ring is there, that's all we need. And then I don't know, the guy was doing whatever he was doing, and my husband and myself, well, my fiance and myself, were standing in front of him, and it came to exchanging the rings. When I put my hand out, I looked at my nails and I thought, oh my word, I'd forgotten to do my nails. And I'd had red nail polish on. So you know what red nail polish looks like after you've worn it for about 2 weeks without maintenance. That's what my nails looked like. And when I looked at it like this, I looked at the minister and I just, oh, whatever. And before that happened, the minister asked me if I would take Donnie to be my husband. So I said, yeah, sure, whatever, whatever. And we exchanged rings, and that's when I realized I hadn't done my nails. And when I'd said, yeah, sure, whatever, my train had popped loose and landed up around my feet. So I look down like this at my feet, and I think, well, I could just stay there. I'll pick you up now. Anyway, so the whole thing is done. Now the minister's got to give a blessing. And we had to kneel in front of the minister so that he could put his hands on on my husband's head and my head and pray the blessing. Now, I don't close my eyes. Well, I do now. But then, I never closed my eyes when anybody was praying. I kept my eyes open. So now I'm kneeling in front of the minister and my husband next to me. My eyes are open. I'm looking at the floor, which is board. So I looked in front of me. Guys, I'm sorry. I hope there's no kids watching this. And Trudy, if you're watching this, just switch off, please. So I look in front of me. Yeah, this minister's fly is halfway down. And I think, oh, Lord, just don't look up, Heidi. Do I close this? Do I leave it alone or do I shut his fly for him? So I thought, no, keep looking down. don't look at Donnie because Donnie's already seen me see this. And I just know, that I know that he's seen me. And I dare not look at him because if I look at him, I'm going to burst out laughing. And that'll be not good. Anyway. So, blessing is over. I pick up my train, put it back on. We thank the guy, and we go. And now my mom and my sister and everybody is with the lighters outside the door because it's pitch dark outside. Trying to find my other rings. Anyway, they found them. They were lost right at the door, so that was all right. But yeah, that wedding was a disaster. The marriage was a disaster. Well, we tried to make it work. Anyway, so that was September 90. I was married, and by July 93, I was divorced. So, and he wanted to try again, and I said, no, you know what? We've tried too many times. Let's just leave it. You're a nice guy, but you're not marriage material. So that was my wedding. Beer box for a tiara covered in white silk, whatever, in the shape of the Pope's hat. What was my mother thinking? Anyway. So, yeah. So now you know. Anyway. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it a night and go make a cup of tea. Lots of love. Bye.